Join us for a review of the new HondaE. Subscribe if you haven't done so far, and now let's go. Everyone here on the Frankfurt Motor Show loves this vehicle. Why? Well, it looks a little bit like a Golf 1, and you cannot buy a Golf 1 anymore. And wouldn't you like to buy a Golf 1 electric? Well, this actually comes close to it, just that Honda decided to go for this move. And I think it's a really bold move, and it's a clever move. You see here those round headlamps, they make the car very likable, just friendly overall. And then a very clean and simple design with this one black panel. The illuminated Honda front logo from the concept did not make it into series production because there are regulations issues in Europe to allow that. Well, what's this black panel here on top of the hood? Interesting. This is the front camera, and next to it there's a button right there, and then you press it and ta-da, there we have the charging possibilities. When you park in front of a charging station or something, AC in the top, and of course the lower one is the DC charger. And it's actually possible to charge up to 50 kilowatt hours, so pretty fast as for DC charge. Well, let's say fast enough for this small vehicle. Battery size is 35 kilowatt hours, and the range 220 kilometers or 140 miles. 3 meters 92, 12 foot 9 or 154 inches is the length of the HondaE. So yes, it's really short, and the turning circle is just 9.2 meters. That's also extremely narrow, so pretty cool to get along in the city. And it also has a good wind efficiency, for example, with those camera mirrors, so no physical mirrors, and they all come as standard. Whereas at Audi, you pay like a couple of thousand extras for that feature. At Audi, I was not really keen on that feature with the Audi e-tron. Let's see how they have a solution for the interior monitors for that. And the same also counts for the rear, again, with a rather simple design layout. And I think on the one hand, this car says, cuddle with me, I'm friendly, I'm nice. But it still has enough of coolness effect that doesn't look too friendly or maybe, like childish or something. So I think everyone somehow can, like this car. And I think that's also, I think it's really very successful. Price-wise, by the way, they start about 34,000 euros. That would be a German reference price, and a couple of thousand extra for if you go for a higher trim. Yeah, that's a little bit higher in the entry price than, for example, the Opel Corsa E or the VW ID3. It's also a relatively small car. However, they have more extra equipment already included. Now it gets really exciting with the interior. Those door handles here, you push them right here, and you open them like this, and you can also push them back just easily, so they don't feel that awkward. So it's actually quite okay. Then frameless windows. That's also something emotional. Definitely pretty cool. This has a living room furniture style. We see nice high-class fabrics on the inside and this grey Scandinavian furniture style, so very well done. That reduces the amount of black plastics at the inside of the doors, and it's not, that expensive to produce, but it's a good interior build quality. I just love that, and very slim those doors. But here, of course, not too much space for the bottles. Then first look here, again, this living room design, I just love that. It's amazing. Here, wood is being used as a decor element, compact steering wheel, soon more to those screens, 12.3-inch wide screens. Then 6-inch for the mirrors, and you can see them right here. Here we go. So this is a different place to put the side mirror monitors than Audi does. Soon more to that when we sit inside the car. I'll explain it all to you. And now let's get inside. By the way, if my voice is not as beautiful as usually, please excuse me. A little bit sore throat because of so much talking and reporting all those days from the motor show. Well, but here getting inside is pretty easy. The door opens fairly wide, so easy to get in and out. And you sit relatively low actually, and it's a more open seating position. The seats are very comfortable, again, living room style. You can also pump them a little bit up, then they're a little bit straighter, that's good. If we put them all the way down, headroom-wise, that still fits with 1.86 or 6'1", although there is this glass roof inbuilt with a manual shade and a beautiful bright ceiling that brings more light in the interior overview. And again, another wow factor. First of all, everything is clean, then this living room, wood atmosphere, matte wood, no fingerprints. I don't see any black piano lacquer other than the frames of the screens, so pretty cool. Then you have a volume knob right here and a home button for the screen that you can also access it, while driving a little bit better. Vents right there, for example, for your hands or so. Then the climate unit even has clicking sound when turning. So high quality here too. And I like that we still can control it while driving pretty easily. And then this was the one design flaw. But you can also say, oh, I now activate the seat heating always with my knee. Yeah, I could do this all day. But then maybe in summer times, then you drive the car and then maybe like have a left-hand corner and then, why is it so warm suddenly at 30 degrees Celsius outside? Yeah, but again, still nicely built. Then those two big wide screens, and then there's the digital instruments, and again you see those two side mirrors, and this is a basic difference to the Audi e-tron. In the Audi e-tron, maybe Jonas moves on over to the left here for a second. In the Audi e-tron, the screens were like here, and this was really bad. You had to look down and you had to look to the side, and this was distracting majorly. Here, your view is not like that distant away from the front, which is also heated available, by the way, the front windscreen. And also, if you look, where would you look when you have the classic mirrors? That's also somewhat this direction. So I would really like to test that soon out when driving, but it seems to be that it's not such a different direction from the look. So I think it's a clever way to integrate that monitor right there. Or also when you look to the right side here on the other side, you can easily watch that. So I think they really thought about where do people look when they use the classic mirrors. And that is the best solution. Look at that Audi, maybe better do it in that way. Also for the rear seats, you have those integrated handles. And even that, it really resonates a good quality. Then we have the same styling here, almost 90-degree opening of the door to be easy getting inside, and then again fabric soft cover on the rear doors inside. This is a better build quality than we see with some premium cars that are 100k or something. This is really amazing. Also ISOFIX at the seats each. There are 2 seats available. Of course, that's totally fine. And remember, it's a narrow car where you can get along in the city very well. And also the nice grey fabric with the bench that goes all the way through. And I mean, it's not the longest car. I mean, 3.92 meters is really short. But then again, the use, the whole packaging is actually quite good. This is, as I would be driving the front seat, I mean, it's not the most comfortable seating position in the rear, but you can actually, for short drives, drive with 4 tall adults. That is exactly possible. Also the head clearance, just can put a hand over my head. So really impressed here too. Oh, look at that interior lighting here with those 4 lights. It's also beautifully done. So, yeah, I mean, of course, they are bigger cars, but considering this is so super short, it is reasonable space we have here on the rear. So, taking a look at the trunk, everything feels very light and easy. Yeah, you're a little bit limited here in width, and overall the trunk is very limited. Got some spots for your charging equipment here. This is the normal household plug, because most of the time when you have a supply at home, the normal household plug will be just fine. You don't need the fast charging and so on. So yes, the trunk is where this car is indeed very limited. And now to the conclusion, to the HondaE. One of the most interesting vehicles from this motor show. Iconic exterior design. It's small, it's narrow, it's enough size-wise for the city, and it's a good package. You still have enough space on the interior, and a very thought-out concept. Great interior quality materials, the best we've seen from Honda ever. It's really something completely new. They thought that one through from scratch. a very modern interior also with those screens. Maybe a little bit screen overkill, so I maybe could have reduced that a little bit just. But other than that, very clever interior concept, and this will also drive very sporty because with a low center of gravity, 50-50 weight distribution. Yeah, the car is of course heavy as all electric vehicles because of the battery, but still it will surely drive very agile. Looking forward to the drive very soon. Also, the range is enough for the city. It's nothing for, long range commuting or, when you drive like 50,000 kilometers a year or something. But for all other purposes, this one is really what modern car customers need, together with an iconic design. And I really think that this one will be one of the future EV bestsellers in this small segment. Or what's your take? Please leave me your comments and let's discuss here the HondaE.